Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, and welcome to another edition of Henley High School Baseball on 104.3 and 960 Sports and on MyBasin.com. Today, coming to you from wonderful Lithium Driveway Field number 6 for the Skyline Conference season opener as the Hornets travel to face the Phoenix Pirates. Glad to be with you today. My name is Josh Eldridge. Battling the weather a little bit today. Rain up until first pitch, but about 10 minutes ago it cleared up. Looks like we are nearly ready for baseball as our managers meet at home plate today with our umpires. We'll step aside, and when we come back, we'll introduce you to the Country Financial starting lineups, as well as getting ready for first pitch with Hornets baseball on tap next on 104.3, 960 Sports and MyBasin.com.
Seems like I've been away forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Over the last year, you've heard and seen the advertisement for God's Gifts 2, a local photographer who travels to high school sporting events and takes individual and team action photos at a great price. Something you may not know, though, is that the money from God's Gifts Photography supports 6 children in Kenya who Annalisa has met on mission trips. If you'd like to capture your athlete in action and help support these kids, call 541-281-2206. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook.
Just about ready for first pitch today between the Henley Hornets and the Phoenix Pirates. It is our Skyline Conference season opener as the Pirates get ready to take the field. Let's go ahead and introduce you to the Country Financial starting lineups. And Country Financial, the nation's #1 life insurance provider. Protect your family and your future and your assets today by giving a call to Gary Sheen with Country Financial. And now for the starting lineups. We'll start with the visitors today. That is the Henley Hornets. Oh, but it looks like we're getting ready for an anthem. Are we going to have an anthem today as teams are lining up on the sides? I believe we are going to today. So we'll actually step aside one final time here before first pitch and hear our national anthem before we get things started today. We'll be back in 2 minutes' time here on MyBasin.com.
It's time to reclaim your health and your autonomy. At Heartfelt OBGYN, they focus on you. Their evidence-based approach to care means fewer office visits and a targeted treatment plan to directly address your specific needs. They believe in solutions for their patients, not the industry's profit margin. The providers at Heartfelt OBGYN are committed to serving the community and giving back to the basin. Find them at heartfeltobgyn.com. Heartfelt, because you deserve to be in control of your body and your informed choices.
There's something special about this place. It's more than the quiet mornings and the open skies. It's more than the scenery. It's the people. Around here, people still wave when you pass by. They check in when something's wrong. They show up when it matters. At Sage Credit Union, we're proud to live and work in a region that believes in each other. A place where neighbors lend a hand, small businesses thrive, and generosity runs deep. We believe that being part of a community means giving back to it, not just with dollars, but with time, effort, and heart. That's why our employees earn paid volunteer time. That's why you'll see us at food drives, fundraisers, and the local fair. We show up for our community. This isn't just where we work. This is where we live, where we give, and where we grow. Right here, in the coffee shop, at the fundraiser, and in our local branch. At Sage Credit Union, we've found our people. We'll see you around town.
What are the best words you can hear tonight?
Order ready for Susan?
And if you hear those words at Abby's, you know it's going to be a legendary meal. Your pizza is loaded with toppings to the edge, premium ingredients, and real cheese. Yeah, baby. Gather with friends, play some video games, and watch the big game on TV. That's made Abby's a legendary pizza tradition for generations. And when you're ready to hear those magic words,
Tom, your order's ready.
you know where to go. You're always welcome at Abby's.
Okay, and now we're ready for our Country Financial starting lineups today as the Phoenix have got the right-hander Sam Schiltz on the mound. He'll be going up against a Hornets lineup that goes like this. Leading off at shortstop is Connor Shively. Carson Sims bats second at second base. Jacoby Takini is the catcher. He bats third, followed by the first baseman Ian Meyer hitting fourth. Derek Cox, the third baseman, bats fifth, followed by the pitcher Corbin Hamilton hitting sixth. Batting seventh is Cam Carpenter, the designated hitter. Porter Frost, the right fielder, hits eighth, and Ryan Douglas is in left field. He bats ninth. Again, Corbin Hamilton, the starter for the Hornets. The Pirates lineup goes like this. Leading off is their shortstop, Connor Cunningham, followed by the pitcher, Sam Schiltz. Wyatt Parent, the catcher, bats third, followed by the right fielder, Alex Charlton, hitting cleanup. Luke Jennings, the third baseman, bats fifth, followed by Chris Phillips, the second baseman, hitting sixth. Batting seventh is Maruk Morris in left field. Aiden Elmore is the first baseman. He hits eighth. And batting ninth is Luca Patrone in center field. First meeting of the season between these two teams. The first meeting between any Skyline Conference teams in a conference game this year is right here at Lithia & Driveway Field number 6. We were initially scheduled to play this game over at Culver Fields in Talent, where Phoenix typically calls home, but with the weather the way it is, we wanted to play on an artificial turf surface. The field holds up a little bit better, and wouldn't you know it, the sun has come out to grace us for first pitch today. 56 degrees right now. It was raining hard as little as 30 minutes ago, but right now the sun is out, and we are ready for baseball. The first pitch is going to miss off the outside to Connor Shively. He gets ahead 1-0. First pitch, 3:47 here in Medford, Oregon, just a couple of minutes past our scheduled start time as Schiltz gets ready to deliver the 1-0 pitch. Shively lifts it into the air, right center field. Patrone moving over. He will tuck that one away for the first out, and it brings up Carson Sims. Wyatt Parent, the other half of the battery for the Pirates. Luke Jennings at third, Connor Cunningham at short. Chris Phillips plays second with Aiden Elmore at first. In the outfield from left to right, it's Maruk Morris, Luca Patrone, and Alex Charlton. One away, top of the first inning, and in steps Carson Sims. First pitch to Sims, catches the outside part of the zone. He falls behind 0-1. Sims off to a good start this season. Had a couple of hits in the win against Junction City back on Friday. The Hornets swept the Tigers with scores of 6-1 and 9-4. Here Sims sends a ground ball over to shortstop. Cunningham is up with it. The throw on to first gave Elmore a little bit of trouble, but the first baseman corrals it and records the second out of the first inning. Quickly 2 gone now in the top of the first, and it brings up Jacoby Takini. As I was saying, Hornets winners of their last 2 games against Junction City. They came back on Friday and really used late inning rallies to get ahead of the Tigers in those games, and quality starting pitching as well. Expect more of the same from the Hornets today. They're just one of those teams that gets more dangerous as the game goes along. You get them the second or third time up, especially the third time up against any pitcher, they'll start to cause you problems. So Sam Schiltz, key for him, quick outs. And through the first 2 batters, he's gotten it. He might get a third here as Takini sends another bouncer to short. Cunningham tries to backhand it, but he misplays it. And it allows Takini to reach on the error, and it brings up Ian Meyer. Boy, and if you're Schiltz, thinking you should be out of the inning, but now have to buckle down and get the Henley cleanup hitter. Meyer on the season, batting .371 for Henley. By the way, Max Price coming in to run for Takini at first as the catcher afforded that courtesy runner. And so in steps the right-handed hitting Ian Meyer. Sam Schultz looking in, gets the signal from Parent. And now the pitch. Pitch misses upstairs. They try to backpick Price at first, but he dives back safely. That was basically a pitch out there to Meyer. Missed well upstairs. The count is 1-0. Hornets found a way to kind of win two separate games back at Junction City. Their last doubleheader, the opener, a 6-1 win. Used a lot of extra base hits, timely RBI batting as another pick over to first. Price back safely. But in the nightcap, the 9-4 win, and despite scoring more runs, I think the Hornets played more of a small ball brand of baseball to get that win. So in that doubleheader against one of the top teams in the state, you can see that Henley can win a ball game in very different ways as Meyer fouls off the 1-0 pitch, 1-1. That's the makings of a good ball club. But Phoenix, this is the first time I've seen them this season, but most of their wins have been by virtue of just scoring a ton of runs. Schultz looks in, checks on Price at first before motioning home. The pitch misses upstairs again to Meyer. Good eye there. He gets ahead in the count, 2-1. Phoenix has scored 88 runs in their first 12 games. Their only losses are when they've scored less than 3 runs. The golden number for them is the number 3. Meyer pops one up. Playable for Parent, maybe behind the dish, but he is going to run out of room. Lands in the first row of people packing their chairs here at Lithian Driveway Field number 6. The count is 2-2 to Meyer. Curious about Henley's offensive output. Yeah, they score a ton of runs too. Right now they're leading the Skyline Conference in runs scored with 104. And runs allowed, they've allowed the fewest at 28. Entering play today, they are OSAA's number 1 team in the 4A class. Pitch on the way to Meyer. He will wear that one. Aboard on first. It pushes Price to second. In steps Derek Cox. That is the 4th time that Meyer has been hit by a pitch this season. That pulls him even for most on the team. Derek Cox batting now for the Hornets. An early RBI opportunity for the Henley third baseman. Top of the first inning. Price aboard at second, and Meyer aboard at first. It was 2 quick outs in the inning for Schultz, but then an error is what allowed that lead runner to get on. And then, of course, the hit by pitch that allowed Meyer to move him over. Derek stepping in. He takes ball 1. Bats .310 this season. There's a strike in the zone there to Derek Cox as Schultz finds the zone about knee-high. Count is even at a ball and a strike to Derek Cox. Corbin Hamilton is on deck for the Hornets if he's afforded a chance this inning. Schultz set on the hill, looks in. Checks on the runner Price at second twice. Now motions home. It's a curveball that's hit into left field and through for a base hit. They're waving in Price. The throw is not coming, and Price scores the first run of the ball game, an RBI base hit for Derek Cox. And there you go, that error from earlier in the inning coming back to haunt the Pirates. You give these Hornets an inch, and they will take a mile, scoring the first run of the ball game off an RBI single from the sophomore Derek Cox. In steps Corbin Hamilton, looking to help out his own cause. Hornets already on the board here. Hamilton looks at the first pitch. It misses low and in the turf. They try to backpick Meyer. He was well out of place, but he dives back safely. So they had Meyer way overextended on the second base bag, but he was able to scramble back safely, luckily enough for him. I believe that pitch was called a ball as well. So the count is 1-0 to Hamilton. It did miss low and away. After Hamilton in the order, it's Cam Carpenter on deck. Pitch in to Hamilton, inside heat. He swings through it. The count is even now at a ball and a strike. Meyer aboard at second, Cox on first. Meyer a little bit more conservative with his lead at second. The second baseman Phillips trying to keep him honest out there. The pitch into Hamilton, popped up, playable in center field. Patron underneath it makes the catch to end the inning, but not before the Hornets score 1 on an RBI single from Derek Cox. They lead 1-0 going to the bottom of the first inning on 104.3, 960 Sports, and MyBasin.com.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
Getting set now for the bottom of the first inning in a 1-0 ball game. The Henley Hornets leading the Phoenix Pirates. The right-hander Corbin Hamilton getting the start on the hill for Henley. This is Corbin's 8th start of the season. He carries a 4-1 record through his first 24 2/3 innings pitched. He's allowed 18 hits, 10 runs, although just 5 of them earned. He's walked 12 against 37 strikeouts. Good for an ERA of 1.42. His last start came on Friday against Junction City, pitched 4 innings against the Tigers, gave up 4 hits. He struck out 5 batters against what was at the time the number 2 team in the state. Well, now the Hornets have got the target on their back. They come into play today ranked number 1 in the OSAA state rankings. Number 2 is Scappoose. And for Phoenix's part, they are at number 7. We've got 3 top 10 teams in the Skyline Conference. Of course, talked about Henley and Phoenix. The third is Hidden Valley. They are ranked 6th in the state rankings coming into play today, and they'll play later on this afternoon back in the Klamath Basin at Kiger Stadium against the Klamath Union Pelicans. First pitch from Hamilton is popped up foul. The count is 0-1 to Phoenix's Connor Cunningham. He's looking to atone for the error that he allowed on the defensive end in the top half of the first inning, an error which would eventually come around and score, making the game where it is right now, 1-0 in favor of the Hornets. After Cunningham in the Pirates' order, it's Sam Schultz as the 0-1 misses outside. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one's lofted up in the infield. Hamilton's going to call everybody off, battling a little bit with the sun, but he's able to make the catch, and the first out recorded in the bottom of the first inning. In steps Sam Schultz for the Phoenix Pirates. Schultz, the starting pitcher today, looking to get on base, and he does so about 40% of the time. A .310 batting average. Not a lot of power, but he's able to slap the ball around out there. 13 hits is third most on the team, although most of them have been singles. But you'll take getting on base any way you can as he takes ball one there. 1-0. Where Schultz helps out quite a bit is those walks, second most on the team with 6 so far on the season. All right, here's Hamilton with the 1-0 home to Schultz. Two-seam fastball starts off the plate, but breaks back over the outside corner. Count is even, a ball and a strike to Schultz. Wyatt Parent is on deck for the Pirates. Navy blue uniforms today, white pinstripes for Phoenix. As Hamilton goes with a downstairs slider, misses low, 2-1. New uniforms for the Pirates. I gotta say, I like them. I'm always a fan of the pinstripes. Phoenix written across their chest in red with a white outline. As Hamilton finds the outside corner with the two-seamer again to count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hamilton looking for that put-away pitch. Takini gives him the sign, now delivers. It's a curveball that's tipped the opposite way, but Meyer at first plays it on a hop, takes it to the bag himself, and just like that, 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning. Wyatt Parent at the plate now for the Pirates, looking to get things started. Bats .405 this season. 15 base hits, 8 runs scored. Has got the only triple of the season so far for the Pirates. As that one misses low and away. The count is 1-0 to Parent. Introduce you to the defense for Henley. Jacoby Takini is catching. Derek Cox at third. Connor Shively at short. Carson Sims at second with Ian Meyer over at first. As the two-seam fastball catches the outside corner again. Hamilton placing that pitch nicely here in the first. Evens things at 1. In the outfield from left to right, Ryan Douglas, Harley Hoblet, and Porter Frost. Bouncer towards the left side. Cox on a hop. Strong throw across the diamond is there. The Pirates down in order in the first. To the second we go in a 1-0 ball game. The Hornets lead. Back with more next on 104.3 and 960 Sports and MyBasin.com.
Come on in. Hey, I'm Jason with Elevate Physical Therapy, Fitness, and Performance, and just a little bit about us. So we started in March of 2020, opened right before COVID hit. It's been a wild ride. So one of the things I'm super passionate about is this idea of being guides, or think about like a map and compass. If you think about our job as physical therapists is to take a person who's had an injury and help them kind of go from point A to point B. And everybody's journey is different. It's never a straight line. It's nice to have someone that's been there, that's walked that path before many times. And so we see it as our honor and privilege to be able to walk with patients through those little steps along the way of getting back to doing the things they love. So to get a hold of us at Elevate, you can call our number at 541-887-2030. Check out our website, elevateptfp.com. Or check us out on Instagram, shoot us a message.
Top of the second inning, it's a 1-0 ball game. The Henley Hornets lead the Phoenix Pirates in the Skyline Conference season opener. I realized I didn't give you the numbers so far on the season for Sam Schiltz, the right-hander for Phoenix. Let's go ahead and do that now, making his 6th start of the season. 23 innings pitched for him. He has allowed, 29 hits, 17 runs, 7 of them earned. He's walked 5 and struck out 14 batters. A 3-1 record and an ERA of 2.22 on the season for Sam Schiltz. He leads the team in innings pitched so far this season. Again, making his 6th start. That's most on the team. First of 3 meetings this week between the Pirates and the Hornets. The series resumes on Friday afternoon, but then the series will shift to Rosser Field on the campus of Henley High School. A 3 o'clock and 5 o'clock start, or tentatively around 5. Basically, doubleheader starts at 3. That's what you can count on when it comes time to those doubleheaders in league play. 3 o'clock will be live from Rosser Field on Friday. First pitch to Cam Carpenter, bounces to the plate. The count is 1-0. It's Carpenter, Porter Frost, and then Ryan Douglas this half inning for the Hornets. That's 7, 8, and 9. Pitch into Carpenter. That is over the plate for a strike. Nice outside fastball there for Schiltz. Gets it across against the freshman Carpenter. Here's the pitch again from Schiltz. That time it's a curveball. Ripped down the left field line. Could be extra bases. Carpenter, a big turnaround first. He's digging for 2, and he will get in there standing as that ball rolled all the way to the fence. A leadoff double for Cam Carpenter. Brings up Porter Frost for the Hornets. By the way, for Carpenter, that is his 2nd double of the season and his 5th hit. In scoring position now, the Pirates have been cognizant of runners on today for the Hornets. We'll see if they get worried about Carpenter, but here you see Frost looking to lay down a bunt and move Carpenter over. Now the Pirates going to expect that. But again, like I was talking about in the top of the first inning, the Hornets are going to hurt you more ways than one. After a leadoff double, immediately going to the bunt to try to move him over. Every run counts. Coach Sean Teeters trying just for everything he can get against the Pirates. They are a very good ball club this year in the Skyline Conference. Here's the pitch in. Frost is going to take that one. It misses upstairs. The throw to try to backpick Carpenter, not in time. The shortstop Cunningham not necessarily in great position to make that tag, as the count is even now at a ball and a strike to Porter Frost. On the season, Frost batting 105, looking to get that batting average up. A golden opportunity to do so, and an RBI spot for him. Pitch in. Bounces that one foul. He'll have to swing away now. 1-2 to Porter Frost. 2 hits in his first 19 tries this season, but he does have 2 RBI, and he scored 4 runs this season for the Hornets. When he runs into one, he can give it a ride. Outfield shifted in just a couple of steps. Here's the pitch to Frost. He lifts that one the opposite way. Foul. Count remains 1-2. Ryan Douglas is on deck. Pitch in from Schiltz. That one bounces to the plate. In around his legs. Runner on the move. The throw to third is not going to be there. Carpenter in safely at third after the pitch. Frost trying to make sure he didn't commit interference. It looks like he was asking about it. He did not. The pitch count now 2-2. Carpenter at third. Frost still a good RBI opportunity for him, and now a hard hit ground ball could score him, although the infield comes in for Phoenix. Everyone's playing on what would be the cut of the grass here on the artificial turf surface. The pitch into Frost, bounces to the plate, kicks away from the catcher. Carpenter breaks for home, and he scores. Back-to-back pass balls, and that will allow Carpenter to score, and the Hornets up 2-0. Early mistakes costing the Pirates in this one. Hornets up 2-0. If there's any silver lining to that, it's that you get to go after Porter Frost with the bases empty, and hopefully for the Pirates, for their sake, battle the rest of the inning with the bases empty too. Frost hits a sharp grounder to short, but it's thrown over the head of the first baseman and into the Henley dugout. And another error is going to allow another runner into scoring position for the Hornets as Frost is aboard at second after the error at short. It'll bring up Ryan Douglas. He'll have an opportunity to expand upon this lead. Douglas bats 188 this season for the Hornets. 6 RBI for him. Number 9 hitter in the order. Turns over next with Shively on deck. It's turned out to be a nice afternoon here in Medford. You can see the blue skies over Rogue Valley Manor in center field. It was not like this, I promise you. Here's a slow roller down the third base line. The third baseman Jennings up with it. Throw on to first is in time. Close play. Frost was not able to advance. It was Jennings who kind of pump faked him there, kept him at second base, and then the throw was made to get Douglas at first. So one away. Frost remains in scoring position for Connor Shively. Shively 0 for 1 in this ball game. He flew out to center field to start festivities in the top of the first. Here he fouls off the first pitch. It's 0-1. Shively on the season, batting .282. He's got 3 extra base hits this year. Just needs to find some green out there, and he'd knock in Porter Frost, patiently waiting. This a fastball, catches the outside corner against the lefty. Good pitch there by Schiltz. Count is 0-2 to Shively. Carson Sims on deck. 1 out, top of the second inning. Henley leads 2-0. Pitch into Shively. Not going to chase the outside stuff there. Lays off 1-2. Shortstop Cunningham trying to keep Frost close. The delivery in is going to bounce away from the catcher once more, and another runner advances. Frost now to third, 90 feet away from scoring. Not sure. Parent came up looking a little confused at the pitch. Not sure if they got their wires crossed, if the pitch count or the pitch offering was wrong, if he wasn't expecting the breaking ball, but it bounced to the plate. It's a tough one to get in front of anyway. But either way, the count is 2-2 to Shively. Parent gives the signal and the sign. Sets up outside. Schiltz hit his spot, but it's still off the plate, and the count is full. Shively, a dangerous hitter when you got to come in the strike zone. He's great at defending in these spots. Here's the 3-2 pitch. He watches that one sail upstairs on him. Takes the walk, puts runners at the corners for Carson Sims. See if they've got anything going on the base paths with a lot of speed over there on first. And even out of the right-handed batter's box, too, Sims, you're not guaranteed a double play on a ball hitting the infield for him either. Pitch in. Sims going to watch that one sail upstairs, 1-0. That being said, with Porter Frost on third, a hard-hit ground ball to one of the corners. Don't be shocked if they try to go home with it first to cut down the true lead runner. But first, after a pitch sails high, we're going to have a conference on the mound from the Phoenix pitching coach. Gives us an opportunity to remind you today's broadcast on mybasin.com is brought to you in part by Klamath Falls Subaru, who through the Subaru Love Promise and Subaru Share the Love events, Klamath Falls Subaru has donated thousands of dollars to dozens of hometown charities. Comfortable and not corporate at Klamath Falls Subaru on Washburn Way. Stop by and say hi. Also want to give a shout out to Howard's Meat Center. next to Les Schwab Tires down on South 6th Street, and Smokin' H Barbecue up by the Tap House by Oregon Tech. Some great stuff you'll find down there at Howard's Meat Center. All right. Looks like we are nearly ready for baseball today. Runners at the corners for the Hornets. They've got one out, top of the second inning, and they lead the Phoenix Pirates 2-0. The count 1-0 at the plate to Carson Sims. Move over to third. They're going to hold on to it. Schultz, more of a fake pickoff attempt to see if Shively was on the move. He was not. And so we'll step in a same situation as I just described. Pitch in from Schultz. Sims gets jammed, but he sends a deep fly ball to left field. Going back is Morris. He's over by the fence. He will make the catch by the fence, but a run will score. A sacrifice fly on an RBI for Sims. Boy, he got jammed on that one, and he still put a lot of juice behind that one. It'll be a loud fly out. Still credit him with the RBI, and Jacoby Tacchini bats now with 2 outs and a runner aboard at first. 3-0 Henley. Tacchini reached on an error his first time up. His courtesy runner Max Price would later come in and score. Pitch to Tacchini. That one's hit in the air. Looks to be out of play. Count is 0-1. It's 380 to dead center field here at Lithia Driveway Field number 6. I believe it's 300 to either pole down the left or right field line. Tacchini awaits the pitch. Just a little bit underneath that one. Pops it up on the right side. First baseman Elmore. He is going to make the catch to end the inning. But the Hornets score 2 runs on 1 base hit, and they leave a man stranded. They lead 3-0 as we go to the bottom of the second inning next on 104.3, 960 Sports, and MyBasin.com.
At Geno's on East Main Street, we're always ready for sports season.
And now is a perfect time to connect with us.
We're open every morning at 6:30, serving simply good food
For your breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
We offer breakfast burritos and burgers all day, Italian family recipes,
Monthly specials, amazing desserts, and of course, your choice of cold or hot beverages.
Call 884-6474 right now to place a food order for pickup or use DoorDash delivery.
Or best of all, come dine in with us.
Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Check out our full menu and all our activities at ilovegenos.com. Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Bottom of the second inning continuing here. The Henley Hornets lead the Phoenix Pirates 3-0. Due up this half for the Pirates, Alex Charlton, Luke Jennings, and Chris Phillips. Want to give you a score update from back in the Basin. Cross Point Christian School. They are leading Glendale right now 6-5, bottom of the 4th inning. Later on today, Lost River getting started against Riddle. That game starting, well, supposed to start 15 minutes ago. Don't have a score update for you yet as Hamilton misses on the first offering to Charlton, 1-0. Also later today, Klamath Union High School was set to play Hidden Valley. That game was in a bit of jeopardy last I heard, but still on the schedule for today at Kiger Stadium. Charlton hits one hard to left field. A diving effort by Douglas, but he can't come up with it. Now taking a big turnaround first is Charlton. The throw to get him at second is not in time, and a leadoff double for Alex Charlton has the Pirates in business in the bottom of the second inning. Really great effort in left field by Ryan Douglas. Charlton hit a dart out to him. He laid out for it, but just hit off his glove. And it allowed Charlton to advance to second base. Now Luke Jennings steps in for the Pirates, looking to get their first run on the board and a golden opportunity in the bottom of the second inning against Corbin Hamilton. After Jennings, Chris Phillips is on deck. The first pitch in from Hamilton nearly came in and got him. Count is 1-0. Luke Jennings this season batting .214, 9 hits in his first 42 tries, but he does have 8 RBI this season and a couple of extra base hits, although he just needs to find some green in the outfield to drive in Phoenix's first run. Decent lead out at second by Charlton. Hamilton motions home. It's a bouncer right back to Hamilton. He's going to throw to third to get the lead runner, and they got him. Charlton taken off at the side of first contact. It cost the Pirates there. Jennings aboard on the fielder's choice and a heads-up play on the mound to cut down the lead runner.
Good job, Corbin.
Brings up Chris Phillips. He bats now with a runner aboard at first. Phillips getting the nod at second base today. .297 hitter for the Pirates. I anticipate whether it's today or later on in this series, we'll see him on the mound for the Pirates. As that pitch misses low and away, 1-0. Phillips, one of their better pitchers, and as I was going to talk with their head coach, Bill Hutchinson, before the game today to grab the starting lineup, he was lobbying that he wanted to start today, but they said, look, you're playing at second base. Probably use you later on in the series is what I guess. But he's a hungry, competitive player out there. Hamilton move over to first. Meyer, good job keeping that one in front of him. It was a low throw from Corbin. But runner remains at first. It's a 1-0 count at the plate to Chris Phillips. Phillips leads the team in runs scored this season with 11. Pitch, a two-seam fastball, beautifully done there by Corb to get that one over. 1-1. We talked about last Friday, Hamilton on a pitch count, trying to worry about all those types of things. I would imagine as we get into league play today against one of the better teams in the conference, he's unleashed. They're going to try to ride his right arm as long as it'll take him today. A slider catches the outside part of the zone, started over the middle and broke away from the right-handed hitting Phillips. The count is 1-2. Stepping back in. Hamilton takes a look at the runner before coming set. Now it's together. Takes a deep breath before delivering. Two-seam fastball. Phillips swings over the top of it for strike 3. 2 gone in the bottom of the second inning, and here's Maruk Morris. First strikeout of the day for Hamilton. First strikeout of the day for either team comes in the bottom of the second inning. Been a lot of hard hit balls today, some extra base hits. And here's Maruk Morris. Runner aboard at first. 2 outs. The pitch from Hamilton goes inside against the righty and gets the inside corner. Count is 0-1 to Morris. He bats .143 to start the season for the Pirates. 2 hits in his first 14 tries. He does have 5 runs scored this season. And Hamilton readies with the 0-1 pitch. That one misses low and in the turf. Takini doing a fine job keeping it in front of him. 1-1. Aiden Elmore is on deck for Phoenix. About a 3.5-step lead off of first for Jennings. Not much of a threat to run. Hamilton can focus on the hitter at the plate. He kicks, he delivers, goes inside with the breaking stuff. That time might have missed upstairs, if not a little inside. 2-1. The count to Maruk Morris. Morris, a sophomore for the Pirates this year. They've got a couple of freshmen on this team, but their key players outside of Sam Schiltz, a lot of seniors on this team, and they're putting it together, to be fair to the Pirates. A 9-3 record again, number 7 in the OSAA rankings coming into play today. And you ask around the conference, they're certainly in contention for a league championship. You know, Henley's been the team to beat the last couple of years, but Phoenix and Hidden Valley both feel like they've got some good teams put together. A pitch in, bunt attempt pulled back, a throw down to try to get Jennings swiping second, and it is not in time. Jennings able to get a steal there. No one was really in position for Henley to lay the tag on him. Sims coming a little bit late. Surprise steal there from Jennings. He is in scoring position, and the count is full, 3-2 to Maruk Morris. Pitch in. That one misses upstairs. Hamilton issues a 2-out walk to Maruk Morris, bringing up Aiden Elmore. Elmore this season, scorching hot to start the year, .471 hitter. He has got the second most hits on the team with 16, and he is second most on the team in RBI as well at 10. And here ahead of this at-bat, we're going to have a meeting on the mound. Coach Craig Connor up and out of the dugout. Gives us an opportunity to remind you today's broadcast on mybasin.com, brought to you in part by Geno's on East Main Street. Open up every single morning at 6:30, serving up their famous breakfast burritos. Those are served all day long, along with other menu items like burgers, monthly specials, and Italian favorites. You can order online at ilovegenos.com or on DoorDash. Actually, this April, Geno's is celebrating their 40th anniversary. They're celebrating all year long, but April is the month 40 years ago that they opened. So definitely head on down there. They've got all sorts of things going on. I believe there's a wheel you can spin for a prize. I know they had some sales going on yesterday. So if you didn't get the double stamp day yesterday, I'm sorry. They were offering double stamps for burritos and wraps, but that's besides the point. We're getting back and ready for baseball. Up at the plate now is Aiden Elmore. 2 men on, 2 men out for the Pirates. They trail the Henley Hornets 3-0. Pitch misses upstairs, 1-0. It was a leadoff double for Alex Charlton that got this inning started, but he was out after Jennings reached on a fielder's choice. Jennings then stole second after Phillips struck out and Maruk Morris walked. That's how we get 2 men on and 2 men out. Bottom of the second inning, Hornets lead 3-0, and the 1-0 pitch comes to the plate. Hamilton dials back the velo a little bit against Elmore, gets him to swing early. The count is 1-1. On deck, Luca Patron for the Pirates. Hamilton comes together, takes a look at the runner at second. Sims moving over to try to keep him close. Now Hamilton motions home, misses high and in. Count is 2-1. Corbin's been trying to find that inside corner against these right-handed hitters. He's painted the outside well today here in the second, trying to establish the inside. Hasn't been able to quite find it yet. Here he comes on the 2-1. Fastball sliced the other way. Count now even. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Aiden Elmore. And by the way, Elmore, a freshman, and he starts the season hitting .471. Talk about a player who you think is going to be good for a long time for the Pirates. Hamilton comes together once more, 2-2 pitch. That one is a bouncer, left side of the infield, playable for Shively. Strong throw to first in time, and that will end the inning. Couple of runners left for the Pirates in the bottom of the second inning, but the Hornets lead 3-0. We head to the third next on mybasin.com.
There's something special about this place. It's more than the quiet mornings and the open skies. It's more than the scenery. It's the people. Around here, people still wave when you pass by. They check in when something's wrong. They show up when it matters. At Sage Credit Union, we're proud to live and work in a region that believes in each other. A place where neighbors lend a hand, small businesses thrive, and generosity runs deep. We believe that being part of a community means giving back to it, not just with dollars, but with time, effort, and heart. That's why our employees earn paid volunteer time. That's why you'll see us at food drives, fundraisers, and the local fair. We show up for our community. This isn't just where we work. This is where we live, where we give, and where we grow. Right here, in the coffee shop, at the fundraiser, and in our local branch. At Sage Credit Union, we've found our people. We'll see you around town.
Top of the third inning here at Lithia Driveway Field, number 6 in Medford, Oregon. You can see the Rogue Valley Manor just over center field, over Interstate 5 as well. It is a great day for baseball. It turned out to be okay. Again, it did not start this way, but beautiful blue skies. It's starting to warm up as well. Rain in the forecast in the next couple of hours, but again, it's a nice day right this second. As we get set for the third inning, Ian Meyer, Derek Cox, Corbin Hamilton set to lead things off for Henley against Sam Schultz. The first pitch is in the zone against Meyer as Schultz gets ahead 0-1. Meyer without an official at-bat so far today, although in his first plate appearance he was hit by a pitch. As Schultz gets across strike 2, a knee-high fastball, and the count is 0-2. Schultz able to work out of the windup. That one bounces to the plate. Count is a ball and 2 strikes. Two of the Hornets' runs that they've scored today. Hold that thought. Here's a pop-up center field. Patron hardly having to move out there. A couple of steps to his left puts that one away, 1 out in the third. Where I was going with this was 2 of Henley's first 3 runs are unearned in this ball game. When Price scored in the first, and then when when Frost scored in the second. Carpenter's run was the earned one when he came in and scored. But the Hornets have been able to take advantage of some early mistakes from the Pirates. But if they're able to clean things up, it's been a very close game so far. Here's a ground ball over to short. Up with it is Cunningham. No error that time, able to make the play cleanly. And there's 2 gone in the third inning. In steps Corbin Hamilton with 2 outs, top of the third. Hamilton 0 for 1 today. He flew out in the first inning. Schultz trying to make quick work of the Hornets here. Sets and delivers out of the windup. Hamilton's going to take strike 1 on the outside corner. Schultz uses it to get ahead. Cam Carpenter is on deck for Henley. Pitch from Schultz. Hamilton takes a look at strike 2, a very similar location to the last pitch. Fastball on the outside corner. Now Hamilton's going to have to protect that outside, but Schultz could go anywhere here on an 0-2 count. Parent gives the signal. The delivery is going to miss low and in the dirt. Dropped third strike, though. Parent up with it. Has to throw on to first and does so in time. The Hornets down in order in the third inning, but they do lead 3-0 as we go to the bottom of the third inning. Back with more Henley baseball next on 104.3, 960 Sports and MyBasin.com.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Nearly set for the bottom of the third inning, and the Henley Hornets lead the Phoenix Pirates 3-0 in the Skyline Conference season opener. Series with Phoenix wraps up on Friday for the Hornets, a 3 o'clock doubleheader against Phoenix at Henley High School. Next week, it'll be the 3-game set with the Klamath Union Pelicans. They'll play a week from today at Henley, and then on Friday, the 1st of May, they'll be playing at Kiger Stadium. Here's Luca Patron leading things off for the Pirates. Hamilton produces a foul ball, 0-1. Patron looked more like he was swinging a 9-iron after that pitch. I think it honestly did bounce into his bat. But count is 0-1 all the same. Hamilton with the pitch. That one, another one that bounces to the plate, and Patron chased it. Hamilton able to get Patron look out of sorts here. He's the Skyline Conference leader in batting average. .545 hitter entering play today. Hamilton with the delivery bounces that one well before the plate. I think that was a case of how far will you let me get away with that one. Count is 1-2. Cunningham on deck, followed by Sam Schultz in the Pirates order. Corbin with the offering. Inside fastball. Cox up with it at third. Strong throw on to Meyer at first in time. 1 out here in the third. Connor Cunningham stepping in now for the Phoenix Pirates. Cunningham 0 for 1 in this contest. He popped up back out to the pitcher in the first inning. Cunningham on the season, batting .250 for the Pirates. Here's the pitch from Hamilton. Two-seam fastball, misses low and away, 1-0. Talked a little bit about what's coming up next for Henley. For Phoenix, after this week against the Hornets, their next series in the Skyline Conference is against Mazama. They will play at Mazama a week from today, and then back at Culver Fields, hopefully on Friday. That's where the Pirates typically call home. As here's a sharp one out to Shively, backhands it at short. Another good throw to Meyer at first is in time. Too quickly out here in the third inning for the Pirates brings up Sam Schiltz. Schiltz 0 for 1 in this one. He grounded out to first base in the first inning. Trying to get something of a two-out rally started here for his Pirates. Bottom of the third, his team trails by 3 runs. Hamilton, the pitch, two-seam fastball starts off the plate, breaks back over the plate. Count is 0-1. Might have been a little touch off the black, but Schiltz, he'll live with that call as long as he gets it on the other side. And so far to these right-handed hitters, the pitchers have gotten a little bit of the outside part of the plate. That time Hamilton abuses it with the slider. Similar location, he gets ahead 0-2 to Schiltz. Corbin looking in out of the windup. Here he comes with the 0-2. Fastball hit towards the right side. Sims charges it. Easy toss to first in time. And the Pirates down in order in the third inning will head to the fourth next in a 3-0 ball game on mybasin.com.
Over the last year, you've heard and seen the advertisement for God's Gifts 2, a local photographer who travels to high school sporting events and takes individual and team action photos at a great price. Something you may not know, though, is that the money from God's Gifts Photography supports 6 children in Kenya who Annalisa has met on mission trips. If you'd like to capture your athlete in action and help support these kids, call 541-281-2206. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook.
It's time to reclaim your health and your autonomy. At Heartfelt OBGYN, they focus on you. Their evidence-based approach to care means fewer office visits and a targeted treatment plan to directly address your specific needs. They believe in solutions for their patients, not the industry's profit margin. The providers at Heartfelt OBGYN are committed to serving the community and giving back to the basin. Find them at heartfeltobgyn.com. Heartfelt, because you deserve to be in control of your body and your informed choices.
Gearing up for the top of the fourth inning. A 3-0 ball game in favor of the Henley Hornets. Let's take a check of the line score for both of these teams. For Henley today, 3 runs comes on 2 hits. They have yet to commit an error, and they have left 3 runners on base. For the Pirates today, no runs on 1 hit. They've committed 2 errors and left 2 runners on base. Due up this half for the Hornets, it's the bottom third of their order. Cam Carpenter, Porter Frost, and Ryan Douglas. As we get back your Elevate Physical Therapy, Fitness, and Performance scoreboard, Elevate uses a modern and research-backed approach to physical therapy to ensure you see both a reduction in pain and enhanced mobility, getting you back to peak levels of optimal health and wellness. Elevate Physical Therapy, Fitness, and Performance has been treating athletes of all ages since 2020. All right, Cam Carpenter getting ready to step in now for the Hornets. 1 for 1 today for Carpenter. He doubled and would later score in the second inning. Sam Schiltz still working out there for the Pirates. First pitch into Carpenter misses away. The count is 1-0. Henley scored 1 run in the first inning. They added 2 more in the second. Were set down in order the last time up. Schiltz has retired his last 5 batters. Carpenter watches one dip below his knees, called a strike, 1-1 to the Henley designated hitter. Hitting in the order for the center fielder, Harley Hoblet. Schiltz delivers the 1-1. That one below the knees, maybe a touch outside as well. 2-1 to Carpenter. That double for him he hit earlier, double number 2 on the season, hit number 5 for him on the campaign. A guy who wasn't in the starting lineup a ton in the early part of the season, but I think there was a game earlier against South Umpqua. It was a Henley home opener. And boy, did he really place his stake on this team in that game. And since then, you can't leave him out of the order. Carpenter swings over the top of that one. The count runs full, 3-2. Gonna have to get defensive against one of the better pitchers in the conference here. Sam Schiltz looking in, gets the sign from Wyatt Parent, and the offering. Carpenter lofts one into the air, right side, could be trouble by the line. On his run is Charlton, and he puts that one away. Actually, I think Charlton isn't out there anymore. Regardless, right fielder puts that one away for the out. That was Maruk Morris in left field. Looks like maybe they switched Charlton and Morris around out there. Regardless, one away. In the top of the fourth inning, here's Porter Frost. First pitch to Frost, misses low. Count is 1-0. Frost reached on an error and would score in the second inning. Schiltz with the delivery, misses upstairs on that one, 2-0. Porter put together a really good at-bat his first time up and was able to put the ball in play to reach on an error, but more than that, worked enough to force 2 pass balls and allow Cam Carpenter to score a run. Again, he doubled in the second inning and then was able to advance not only to third, but then score on a couple of pass balls all during the Porter Frost at-bat. Trying to battle here. Count is 2-1 to the Henley right fielder with Ryan Douglas on deck. Here's the pitch from Schiltz. Watches one catch the outside corner, 2-2. Stepping back in now is Frost. Widens his feet in the right-handed batter's box, and the pitch from Schiltz. Curveball jammed him. He rolls it foul, though. Good one to fight off there for Frost. That one started inside, but as it started to leak back over the plate, he turned on it, got a piece of it, and sticks around for this one. Count remains 2-2. Schiltz doesn't like the first sign from Parent, shakes him off, but is now agreeable for the second one. Now the pitch misses well high. It's 3-2. Hornets looking for a base runner. 6 straight outs recorded by Schiltz. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Porter Frost swings underneath the high heat, goes down on strikes for the second out in the fourth inning. Ryan Douglas stepping in now for the Hornets. Douglas 0 for 1 in this contest. He grounded out in the second inning. Top of the order due up next for the Hornets with Connor Shively on deck. As Douglas looks to get on base. Schiltz with the offering. Misses high with the fastball, 1-0. Schiltz back on the hill. Here we go again. 1-0. That one misses off the plate outside, 2-0. Henley softball not in action today. You'd typically see both teams in action on Skyline Conference, but Phoenix not having a softball team this year as the 2-1 or the 2-0 is swung over the top of. Count moves to 2-1. I believe they wound up co-opting with Ashland this year, so still able to get some student athletes out there, which is great, but no Phoenix in the Skyline Conference for softball this year, just a baseball weekend for the Hornets. That pitch misses off the plate outside, 3-1. That's not to say the Henley softball team is completely inactive throughout this week. The pitch is on its way home. Popped up. We might have to hold this thought about the softball team as a playable infield fly ball is going to be caught by Chris Phillips out at second base. We'll resume that thought in the bottom of the fourth inning in a 3-0 ball game that the Hornets lead. Back with more next on MyBasin.com.
Looking for insurance from someone who truly understands rural Klamath? Meet Gabby Haskins, a licensed agent for Country Financial, born and raised in Merrill, with deep roots in agriculture and the local way of life. Whether you're protecting your family farm, homes, vehicles, businesses, Gabby's here to help. She offers trusted, personalized insurance for farm, life, home, auto, commercial, and retirement needs at Gary Sheen's Country Financial office in Merrill. Stop by today and see why Merrill residents trust one of their own. Country Financial, here to help you experience more in Merrill.
What are your goals? To get stronger, move better, feel healthier? Whatever you're aiming for, Harbor Isles is here to help you. They have brand new cardio and strength equipment. Harbor Isles offers indoor tennis courts, 4 indoor pickleball courts, energizing group classes, expert personal trainers, and a friendly, knowledgeable staff ready to guide you every step of the way. No matter what your goals are, Harbor Isles has everything you need to reach those goals. Stop by and see the difference for yourself. Harbor Isles, lose those reins and get your gains.
Bottom of the 4th inning as the Phoenix Pirates do up 3-4-5. Wyatt Parent, Alex Charlton, and Luke Jennings. They look to get a rally started against Corbin Hamilton, who has thrown well through his first 3 innings. He's kept the Pirates off the board entirely. 3-0 our score through 3.5 here today. As Parent gets ready to settle in, he's 1 for 1 in this game. He doubled to lead off the 2nd inning, but would be out on the base paths. Hamilton ready to get this half inning started. Pitch in from Corbin. Slider catches the zone. Nice pitch there from Corb to get ahead 0-1. Parent on the season batting .405 for the Pirates. Pitch in. Bouncer back up the middle. Could be trouble. Shively up with it. The throw to first is in time, and the out is recorded. Shively with a beautiful play at short. He caught that ball on the other side of second base, but the out is recorded on a highlight play there from Shively. One gone, bottom of the 4th inning, and here's Alex Charlton. Pitch into Charlton. That one is going to dip low. 1-0. I want to make a correction. Parent was not the one who doubled and was out last inning. It was Charlton. I misread my book there. Charlton 1 for 1 with a double today. As that pitch finds the outside corner, count is even at 1. Pitch in from Hamilton. Catches the inside corner. Front door breaking pitch, 1-2 to Charlton. Luke Jennings is on deck. Takini gives the sign to Hamilton, and now the pitch goes outside with the heater, but a good take there at the plate by the Phoenix right fielder. And here's the pitch. Roller out towards short. Shively up with it again. This time an easier play to be made, though, at first. 6-3 in the book and 2 gone in the 4th. Luke Jennings getting ready to step in now. He reached on a fielder's choice in the 2nd inning, so 0 for 1 today. Jennings on the season bats .214, second lowest average on the team, trying to get a rally started against the Henley ace, Corbin Hamilton. Here's the pitch. 2-seam fastball waved at and missed. 0-1. After Jennings in the order, if he's able to get on base, it's Chris Phillips for the Pirates. Hamilton with the delivery. Jennings chases the low curveball. 0-2. Jennings settling back in. He's seen the outside fastball. He chased the low curveball. No telling where Hamilton will go here at an 0-2 count. The pitch goes outside with the 2-seamer. Tried to get that one to creep back over the plate, but not enough on it. Count is now 1-2. Hamilton still in control here, trying to set down the side in order for back-to-back innings. The pitch to Jennings. It's a swing and a miss on a drop third strike. Takini up with it. He'll fire on to Meyer in time, and the Pirates do, in fact, go down in order in the 4th inning. And the Hornets lead 3-0 as we go to the 5th on 104.3 960 Sports and MyBasin.com.
Wait, all I do is wait. So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
Top of the fifth inning, getting started here from Medford, Oregon. The Henley Hornets lead the Phoenix Pirates 3-0. It's the top of their order due up this half inning. Connor Shively, Carson Sims, and Jacoby Tacchini against Sam Schiltz in the fifth inning of his start. Connor Shively entering this at-bat 0 for 1 today. Here he sends a fly ball to center field. That'll get down and a base hit. A leadoff single for Connor Shively in the top of the fifth inning. Want to check in on one other score concerning a Klamath Basin school. The Cross Point Christian Warriors in the top of the sixth inning. They lead Glendale 8-6, although the Pirates do have the go-ahead run at the plate. We'll keep you updated on that score as it nears a final. Again, here it's 3-0. Hornets lead, and they've got a runner on with nobody out. Here's Carson Sims. Schiltz takes a look over at Shively at first. Not much of a lead to speak of. The delivery home, Sims pops that one up right side, and it looks playable for Parent, and he makes the catch for the out in the fifth inning. Those ones can get tough for a catcher to make behind the dish, but Parent able to control it, make a solid catch there to shore up the out. Now Jacoby Tacchini steps in now, one away, top of the fifth inning. Tacchini 0 for 2 in this game. He reached on an error in the first inning, and then he flew out in the second. Big gap on the right side of the infield. Tacchini can try to push one that way, with the first baseman Elmore holding Shively at first, and then the second baseman Phillips cheating way over towards the bag for a double play. One out in the inning as Schiltz missed with the first pitch, 1-0. Now the 1-0 pitch is called a strike. Letter high over the heart of the plate. Count is even at 1. After Tacchini in the Henley order, Ian Meyer waits on deck. Parent offers up the signal. Schiltz agreeable as he checks on Shively at first. Now the pitch home. Tacchini hits one into the air towards center field, right at Luca Petrone in center. And there's 2 gone in the fifth inning. Here is Ian Meyer. He is 0 for 1 today. He was hit by a pitch in the first inning and then flew out in the third. Meyer on the season, a .371 hitter for the Hornets. All right. Shively still on first. Schiltz takes a look at him before coming set. And here's the pitch. That one's hit again towards center field. Another chance for Petrone, this time on the run. He makes the catch for the third out. A leadoff single, but the Hornets leave him stranded. They do lead 3-0 as we go to the bottom half of the fifth inning on 104.3, 960 Sports, and MyBasin.com.
Come on in. Hey, I'm Jason with Elevate Physical Therapy, Fitness, and Performance, and just a little bit about us. So we started in March of 2020, opened right before COVID hit. It's been a wild ride. So one of the things I'm super passionate about is this idea of being guides, and or think about like a map and compass. If you think about our job as physical therapists is to take a person who's had an injury and help them kind of go from point A to point B. And everybody's journey is different. It's never a straight line. It's nice to have someone that's been there, that's walked that path before many times. And so we see it as our honor and privilege to be able to walk with patients through those little steps along the way of getting back to doing the things they love. So to get a hold of us at Elevate, you can call our number at 541-887-2030. Check out our website, elevateptfp.com. Or check us out on Instagram, shoot us a message.
Chris Phillips, Maruk Morris, and Aiden Elmore do up this half inning for the Phoenix Pirates. That's 6, 7, and 8 in their order as they trail the Henley Hornets 3-0. Corbin Hamilton still out there on the mound. Has pitched well. He's retired the last 7 batters he's faced. Chris Phillips 0 for 1 in this contest. He struck out back in the second inning. Hamilton with the pitch, finds the outside corner with a slider. Pardon me, the count is 0-1. Phillips this season batting .297 for the Pirates, 11 hits in his first 37 tries. The 0-1, that one misses low and away. Count is even at a ball and a strike. Phillips, 11 runs scored, leads the team. He also leads the team in walks with 7. That pitch misses low, 2-1, and where Hamilton has been able to get guys to chase, Phillips not likely to do so. Good plate discipline. Phillips a senior this year. The pitch, that one catches the outside corner. Phillips swung over the top of it. 2-2 to the Phoenix second baseman. Takini offers the sign. Hamilton's been working the righty away. Here's the 2-strike pitch. A slider grounded back up towards the middle. Shively charging it. Up with it. Throw on to first is there. Shively has been golden today at shortstop. Another fine play. Recording the out at first. Brings up Maruk Morris. Far cry from where the Hornets were playing back at Junction City on Friday. The artificial turf surface, I think a lot more of a friendly bounce, a predictable bounce today for the Hornets, where they were plagued by errors and awkward bounces in the infield back on Friday. Today, it's been a little bit more clean as the first pitch to Maruk Morris misses below the knees, 1-0. Next pitch, knee-high fastball in the zone. Count is even. Morris without an at-bat today, although he did walk in the second inning. Hamilton looking in, and now the pitch. That one's a line drive back up the middle. Shively not going to have a play on that one. A one-out single for Maruk Morris. Phoenix's second hit of the day and their first since the second inning. They've got a runner on with 1 out in the 5th inning. This will bring up Aiden Elmore with a runner on and 1 out. We'll see if the Pirates have anything going on here. What kind of wheels does Morris have over there at first? A guy who has 1 stolen base this season in as many attempts. Decent lead off of first for Morris. Hamilton checks on him over there before coming set. And now the pitch home is a fastball right over the heart of the plate. The count is 0-1 to Aiden Elmore. Like I was saying earlier about Elmore, just a freshman, but bats .471. That's second best on the team. Has 16 hits. That's second most on the team and the second most RBI this season with 10 so far. Here's the pitch from Hamilton. Curveball flared the opposite way, foul. The count is 0-2. Elmore, a sophomore, along with the catcher for the Pirates, Wyatt Parent. Saw him on defense and, of course, a couple of bats earlier in the game, but feel good about some of these freshmen making key contributions early for Phoenix here. Like I was saying earlier, a lot of the heart of this team are seniors. Going to be losing quite a few key contributors over the last couple of years, but feels nice to have a pipeline of more coming up. Here's the 0-2 pitch to the first baseman. It's taken for a ball. The throw down to get the runner. Morris is in time. And Takini throws out another runner this season. One day teams are going to figure out not to just run on Takini, but as a sophomore, they haven't figured it out yet. And that one is now a 1-2 count to Aiden Elmore. There are 2 outs in the inning. The 2-strike offering. Curveball hit into the air, right side behind first base. Frost calls everybody off, makes the catch, and that will retire the side. 1 base hit, but no runs yet for the Pirates. It is a 3-0 ball game as we go to the 6th on 104.3 960 Sports and MyBasin.com.
At Geno's on East Main Street, we're always ready for sports season.
And now is a perfect time to connect with us.
We're open every morning at 6:30, serving simply good food
for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
We offer breakfast burritos and burgers all day, Italian family recipes,
monthly specials, amazing desserts, and of course, your choice of cold or hot beverages.
Call 884-6474 right now to place a food order for pickup or use DoorDash delivery.
Or best of all, come dine in with us.
Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Check out our full menu and all our activities at ilovegenos.com. Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Josh Eldridge back with you here on 104.3, 960 Sports, and MyBasin.com. Let's go ahead and check on the line score for each of these teams so far in a 3-0 ball game that Henley leads. For the Hornets so far, 3 runs on 3 hits. No errors for them. They have left 4 runners on base so far. For the Pirates, no runs on 2 hits. They've committed 2 errors. They have left 2 runners on base so far today. Sam Schiltz still on the bump for the Pirates. He'll go through 5, 6, and 7 in the Henley order. Due up here, Derek Cox to lead things off. First pitch swinging for Cox. Sends a deep one to left field, but that one is foul. And the count is 0-1 to Derek Cox. He'll be followed by Corbin Hamilton, who waits on deck. Derek today 1 for 2. He grounded out his last time up, but in the first inning, an RBI single got the Hornets on the board. Sam Schiltz ready to deliver once more. Wind picking up a little bit here in Medford. The pitch in. Curveball, ground ball to third. Up with it is Jennings. Throw to first is high, but Elmore is able to bring it in. He makes the out for the first out in the 6th inning. Credit to Aiden Elmore over there at first. That throw was a tough one for him to get to, but a long stretch got Cox at first. Here is Corbin Hamilton. Corbin today 0 for 2 in the contest. He flew out in the first, struck out in the third. Sam Schiltz ready to deliver with 1 out in the 6th. The pitch below the knees. 1-0. Corbin batting .417 to start the season. Entering play today, Corbin leading the conference in home runs with 2. Corbin also has the 2nd most wins on the hill in the conference and the 3rd most strikeouts on the mound as well. Right now, the count even to him at the plate as he watches one miss outside. 2-1. Got to give a shout out to Mike Safford for compiling all the Skyline Conference stats. I'm able to see stats for each and every team, but he puts them together for the whole conference, and it's pretty cool. If you haven't seen them yet, check them out on Facebook. Stats for the entire conference on there. Count is 2-2 to Corbin Hamilton. Sam Schiltz out of the windup. Doesn't like the first offering from Parent. He's agreeable for the second one and the pitch. That's a ground ball back up towards the middle. The second baseman Phillips up with it. Throw on to first is there, and that's the 2nd out in the 6th inning. Here comes Cam Carpenter, 1 for 2 today. Carpenter doubled and scored in the 2nd. He also flew out in the 4th inning. Carpenter, 267 on the year. We've talked about it a bit, wearing the number 13, just like his older brother did. The first pitch misses outside, 1-0, but Cam looking to carve his own path here with Henley, and so far taken kind of a similar route that Mark did. As a freshman, had to work to earn your spot, but only a couple of games in, you feel like he's earned his spot. So that pitch misses outside, 2-0. Carpenter ahead, the pitch, that one misses low as well, 3-0. On deck is Porter Frost for the Hornets. Pitch again here from Schiltz. That one's right over the heart of the plate. Carpenter was taken all the way as he watches strike 1 right over the middle. But now in a hitter's count, Carpenter can be ready to hit on a 3-1 count. Chase is low, and the count is now full, 3-2. Credit to Sam Schiltz. Working over the middle, knowing Carpenter was probably taking 3-0. Dials back a changeup, and now the count is full. Carpenter, a roller out towards second. Phillips charges up with it, underhand dish to first, and the throw is in time. Hornets 1-2-3 in the 6th inning. We'll head to the bottom half next in a 3-0 ball game that Henley leads on 104.3, 960 Sports, and mybasin.com.
There's something special about this place. It's more than the quiet mornings and the open skies. It's more than the scenery. It's the people. Around here, people still wave when you pass by. They check in when something's wrong. They show up when it matters. At Sage Credit Union, we're proud to live and work in a region that believes in each other. A place where neighbors lend a hand, small businesses thrive, and generosity runs deep. We believe that being part of a community means giving back to it, not just with dollars, but with time, effort, and heart. That's why our employees earn paid volunteer time. That's why you'll see us at food drives, fundraisers, and the local fair. We show up for our community. This isn't just where we work. This is where we live, where we give, and where we grow. Right here, in the coffee shop, at the fundraiser, and in our local branch. At Sage Credit Union, we've found our people. We'll see you around town.
Set for the bottom of the 6th inning on 104.3, 960 Sports and mybasin.com. Due up this half for the Pirates, 9-1-2. It is Luca Petrone, Connor Cunningham, and Sam Schiltz. Golden opportunity for the Pirates to try and rally here with some of the better hitters on their team due up this half against Corbin Hamilton, who has been lights out so far in this game. Still working a shutout to start the 6th. We'll check on the line score for Corbin here in just a moment after he fires the first pitch to Luca Petrone. Petrone on the day today, 0-for-1. The pitch in from Hamilton, a ground ball to third. Cox mishandles it at third. The throw over to first not going to be in time. It was just in and out of the glove of Derek over there at third, and Petrone reaches on the error. Corbin Hamilton today, 5 innings pitched, only 2 hits allowed. He's got 2 strikeouts. The defense behind him had been good up until that point for Derek over there at third. I think that was just a case of him taking his eye off the ball on the transfer. That's where he lost it on that one. But runner on, nobody out. Hamilton has to adjust. Pitch in the turf. Now they've got a man caught in the rundown out there. Petrone, they're running him towards second. Now he goes back to first. Hamilton chasing him towards second. Throw it to Sims. Sims tags him out, and there is 1 gone in the inning. The Pirates cost themselves on the base paths. 1 out and nobody on. It was Cunningham who was thinking about laying down a bunt, and then Petrone was sort of just caught in no man's land between first and second. Hornets took advantage. The pitch from Hamilton, 2-seamer, misses off the plate outside. The count now 2-0. After the first pitch was called a ball to Cunningham, he's 0-for-2 today. He's flown out and grounded out so far. That one finds the way over the plate just below the letters. Count is 2-1. To Connor Cunningham. Hamilton waiting the signal from Tacchini. He looks over to the dugout to get it from Coach Connor. And now the pitch. That one's hit hard. Left field. Moving over is the left fielder Douglas. That one is in foul territory. Douglas is not able to make the catch. Did he? He got it? What a catch there by Douglas. He almost ran over Derek in left field. Thought the umpire called it foul, but that is the out signal. And there are 2 gone in the 6th inning. That was a great catch there by Douglas in left. It was hard for me to see, but a fine job. In steps Sam Schiltz. Schiltz also 0-for-2 in the contest. He has grounded out twice today. Hamilton with the pitch. 2-seam fastball catches the corner, 0-1. He's relied on that outside 2-seamer against right-handers today. Just gets back across the plate. Here he goes, slider, similar location, 0-2. Wyatt Parent is on deck for the Pirates. Hamilton Reddies with the 0-2. Curveball waved at and missed, and the Pirates go down in order once more. A strikeout swinging for Schiltz sends us to the 7th inning next in a 3-0 ball game on 104.3, 960 Sports, and MyBasin.com.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
It is the top of the 7th inning, and the Henley Hornets lead the Phoenix Pirates 3-0. Sam Schiltz still out there working for Phoenix. All things considered today, Sam Schiltz has pitched exceptionally well against this Henley order, who got 1 run in the first, 2 in the second, and have since been kept off the board and actually only have 1 hit since the 2nd inning. So, again, all things considered, Schiltz has thrown very well today. The Hornets have been able to take advantage of a couple of errors and some misplayed balls to score 3 runs, and they find themselves up as Chase Barrett takes strike 1. Barrett in here hitting for Porter Frost. The pitch into Barrett, fouled back, count 0-2. Porter Frost, if he exits the game entirely, will finish today 0 for 2. This is Barrett's first at-bat today. He'll call timeout here, give us a chance to try to pull up some season stats here for Chase Barrett, batting .333 to start the year. He's 3 for his first 9 at-bats. The 0-2 bounces to the plate. Count is 1-2 to Barrett. And Ryan Douglas is still on deck. It was 8-9-1 this half inning for the Hornets. The 1-2 from Schiltz is hit right back to him. He gets out of the way of it just barely, but a leadoff single for Chase Barrett as he sends a sharp ground ball into center field. Barrett on board, his 4th hit of the season. He'll see that batting average climb up to a clean 400. And it brings up Ryan Douglas. Douglas 0 for 2 on the game today. We'll see if the Hornets have anything special going on here with a runner aboard at first and nobody out. Douglas has got some speed. They want him to lay down a bunt, and he does so down the first base line. First baseman makes the throw to first, and they get Douglas, but Barrett does advance into scoring position with the top of the order due up next. Shively 1 for 2 today. He flew out, has walked and singled so far in the ball game, and a chance for some insurance out there in the person of Chase Barrett at second base. Pitch to Shively. Misses away. 1-0. They try to backpick Barrett at second, but he dives back in safely. Parent's got a good arm. They've tried to backpick at second a few times. You don't often see that, but if you trust your catcher to make the throw, they've gone to it a few times. He can certainly sling it down there. Got to be careful for Chase Barrett. Pitch to Shively. They're trying to work him outside. Another pitch out. A good throw again from Parent, although this one it kicks off the base. No chance to get Barrett that time, and the count is 2-0. They go back-to-back pitch outs. You fall behind here to Connor Shively, and he could make you pay for it. Connor in a hitter's count here, up 2-0. Top of the 7th inning, Henley leads 3-0 and a runner in scoring position. The 2-0 pitch, Shively hits one hard foul. Count is 2-1. Connor singled to lead off the 5th, was left stranded in that frame. Bats .282 this season for Henley. Pitch, Shively rips one, again foul. Might have chased outside there. 2-2. Good job by Sam Schiltz. Again, he's worked well today. You fall behind one of the better hitters in the conference, and you work back even 2-2. He's coming after these Hornets today. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That one is hit in the air, left side, and out of play. Continue to work here against Shively. Count remains 2-2 with Carson Sims waiting on deck. If you're curious for the Pirates, who's due up next half inning, it's the middle of their order, 3, 4, and 5. Pitch to Shively, underneath that one. High fly ball, shallow left field, played by the third baseman Jennings for the out. So now, 2 outs in the inning. Runner remains at second in the person of Chase Barrett. And Carson Sims at the plate. Sims today looking for his first hit, his 10-game hitting streak in a bit of jeopardy as he enters the 7th inning. He does have an RBI today, though. I'm sure he cares much more about that than a hitting streak, as that pitch misses upstairs, 1-0. It was a sacrifice fly back in the 2nd inning. Otherwise, he has grounded out and popped out in his other 2 plate appearances today. Schiltz set with the pitch, the 1-0. Sims lofts that one foul, count even at a ball and a strike. Should Sims get on base here, it's Jacoby Tacchini who waits on deck. Are we out of baseballs? All right. Clutch appearance by the Phoenix pitching coach with about 4 baseballs in his right hand. And we're going to use one of them to keep playing this one. Sims settles back in, feet spread wide. You won't see a huge leg kick from Sims, but he's able to generate power still yet. The pitch misses upstairs and in, 2-1. Sometimes you'll see guys with a huge leg kick and they wind up their arms and a lot of motion in their swing. That's not what Carson does. He keeps it real simple, just throws the head of the bat at the ball. And here he hits one hard to left. That's going to get down for a single. They're waving in Barrett, and he is going to score. Sims trying to stretch it to a double, and he does. An RBI for Carson Sims, extend the hitting streak to 11 games, and an RBI as well brings up Jacoby Tacchini. I think we're going to call that one a single for Sims and advancing on the throw, although he was burning around first. They knew he was going to cut it off. Hold that thought. Tacchini, a ground ball to short, threw it into center field. They're waving in Sims as well, and he will dive in safely. An RBI single for Jacoby Tacchini, and it's a 5-0 Henley lead. Well, it is about that time, 3rd, 4th time through the order. The Hornets will start to see you a little bit better, and that's not just them. That's most ball clubs around. And we'll see a new pitcher here for the Pirates, as with 2 outs in the 7th, Schiltz will be unable to pitch the complete game today. They're going to rely on a new pitcher, it seems, to try to close out this one and keep the deficit where it is. A 5-0 Henley lead, 2 outs in the 7th. We'll be back with a new Phoenix pitcher next on 104.3 960 Sports and MyBasin.com.
Over the last year, you've heard and seen the advertisement for God's Gifts 2, a local photographer who travels to high school sporting events and takes individual and team action photos at a great price. Something you may not know, though, is that the money from God's Gifts Photography supports 6 children in Kenya who Annalisa has met on mission trips. If you'd like to capture your athlete in action and help support these kids, call 541-281-2206. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook.
It's time to reclaim your health and your autonomy. At Heartfelt OBGYN, they focus on you. Their evidence-based approach to care means fewer office visits and a targeted treatment plan to directly address your specific needs. They believe in solutions for their patients, not the industry's profit margin. The providers at Heartfelt OBGYN are committed to serving the community and giving back to the basin. Find them at heartfeltobgyn.com. Heartfelt, because you deserve to be in control of your body and your informed choices.
Top of the 7th inning, 2 outs and a new pitcher for the Phoenix Pirates as they trail the Henley Hornets 5-0. It's Caden Darcy on the hill now for Phoenix. He's making his 4th appearance of the year. It is his 2nd in relief. He's got a 1-0 record, 9 1/3 innings pitched. He's allowed 7 hits, 5 runs, 4 of them earned. He's walked 8 and struck out 5. Good for an ERA sitting right at 3 entering play today. Ian Meyer, his first task out of the bullpen. Sam Schiltz is responsible for the runner on at first. It's Max Price, who himself is courtesy running for Jacoby Tacchini, who had an RBI single in the previous at-bat. Hornets have scored 2 runs here in the top of the 7th to add a bit of insurance. Sims and Tacchini each with RBI hits. Chase Barrett led off the inning with a single, and that's how we get to here. 2 outs, runner on. Meyer at the plate. 0 for 2 today is Meyer. He swings and misses at the first pitch. Throw down. Meyer going to get away with one there. Throw down to get Price. Winds up in center field. Thought they might have called interference on Ian there, but not happening. He was reaching over the plate. But instead, a bad throw will allow Price to advance to third. Meyer now with a runner 90 feet away. Still 2 outs in the inning. And the count is 0-1. The pitch is going to miss low, 1-0. After Meyer in the order, it's Derek Cox. Out of the windup now is Darcy with that runner on third. The pitch is going to miss outside. They try to backpick Price at third, but the throw gets by the third baseman, and the Hornets get a free run after Price started at first. A couple of tough throws allow him to go all the way around the pillows to add a 6th run for the Hornets. Meyer now with the bases empty and a 2-1 count at the plate. The pitch is looked at for a strike. Count is 2-2. 2-2 the count, and Darcy with the pitch. Bounces to the plate, counts full. Again, Meyer was hit by a pitch his first time up, has since flown out a pair of times. 6-0 the lead for Henley. The 3-2 pitch to Meyer sends one deep to left field. Moving over is the left fielder, and he makes the catch on the run to end the inning. But the Hornets score 3 on 3 base hits. No runners left. They lead 6-0 as we go to the bottom half of the 7th on 104.3, 960 Sports, and MyBasin.com.
Looking for insurance from someone who truly understands rural Klamath? Meet Gabby Haskins, a licensed agent for Country Financial, born and raised in Merrill, with deep roots in agriculture and the local way of life. Whether you're protecting your family farm, homes, vehicles, businesses, Gabby's here to help. She offers trusted, personalized insurance for farm, life, home, auto, commercial, and retirement needs at Gary Sheen's Country Financial office in Merrill. Stop by today and see why Merrill residents trust one of their own. Country Financial, here to help you experience more in Merrill.
What are your goals? To get stronger, move better, feel healthier? Whatever you're aiming for, Harbor Isles is here to help you. They have brand new cardio and strength equipment. Harbor Isles offers indoor tennis courts, 4 indoor pickleball courts, energizing group classes, expert personal trainers, and a friendly, knowledgeable staff ready to guide you every step of the way. No matter what your goals are, Harbor Isles has everything you need to reach those goals. Stop by and see the difference for yourself. Harbor Isles, lose those reins and get your gains.
Bottom of the 7th inning, Corbin Hamilton looking for the complete game. Standing in his way is the middle of the Phoenix order, Wyatt Parent, Alex Charlton, and Luke Jennings. It is a 6-0 lead for the Hornets. They got 3 much-needed runs in the 7th inning, aided by a couple of Phoenix errors, a couple out of the hands of this young man in the right-handed batter's box, looking to atone for those. See if he can get on base to start this inning as he takes strike 1. Parent 0 for 2 in this one. He's grounded out a pair of times so far today in the 1st and 4th innings. Pitch there, a weak roller foul down the left side. The count is 0-2. Parent, again, we talked about it, a freshman, multi-sport athlete for the Pirates. Saw him also on the basketball court this year. The 0-2 hit towards the right side. Meyer into foul territory, doesn't have a play on that one. And Parent sticks around in this at-bat. Count is 0-2. Clouds have cascaded the sun here in Medford. Rain on the way, we think. But hopefully we can escape before it begins. We were blessed with perfect weather all throughout the game, but as it nears to an end, the clouds overhead, and you can specifically see them over the left field side, and they're certainly behind us as well. The 0-2 pitch to Wyatt Parent is a ground ball to short, a chance for Shively. Sets his feet, throws in time, and that is the first out of the 7th inning. Alex Charlton stepping in now for the Pirates. Made a nice play to end the last half inning. And at the plate today, 1 for 2. He doubled in the second, and then he grounded out in the fourth. Trying to get something of a rally started here for the Pirates, who trail 6-0 in the 7th. The pitch from Hamilton will miss low. Count is 1-0. Luke Jennings on deck, hoping to bat with a runner on. Pitch from Hamilton. Swung on and missed, jammed him on the inside breaking pitch. Evens the count at 1 to Charlton. 400 hitter to start the year for the Pirates. He's only missed 1 game so far, but he's 14 for his first 35. The 1-1. Checks his swing on a bender, called strike 2. 1-2 the count to the Phoenix left fielder, Alex Charlton. Here's the pitch. Two-seam fastball misses off the plate away. Good take that time. It's been called a strike quite a bit. If you can recognize that two-seamer out of the hand, might have chased it, but just enough away to lay off for the left fielder. Now Hamilton comes back in and gets a big swing and a miss for the second out in the 7th inning. And the Pirates down to their final out. And timeout called. Gonna have a quick chat out there with Corbin and Jacoby Tacchini. Not quite sure if I don't think we're making a pitching change, unless we are. It looks like Coach Connor might be getting set to come out. They're looking towards the dugout, and now he's on his way? Maybe not. Just a quick meeting. Everyone was looking over there towards the dugout. No pitching change. They're going to allow Hamilton trying to go for the complete game here. Jennings stepping in now, 0 for 2 today. Reached on a fielder's choice in the second, struck out in the fourth. And he takes strike 1 below the knees, 0-1. Curveball there from Hamilton. Might have been a touch low, but Jennings going to have to protect. Chris Phillips is on deck. Here's the pitch from Hamilton. Bouncer towards the right side. This could do it. Sims up with it, throw on to Meyer, and that is the ball game. The Henley Hornets pick up their first win in Skyline Conference play, a 6-0 shutout of the Phoenix Pirates. We'll be back to recap this one for you here in just a moment on 104.3, 960 Sports, and MyBasin.com.
Looking for insurance from someone who truly understands rural Klamath? Meet Gabby Haskins, a licensed agent for Country Financial, born and raised in Merrill, with deep roots in agriculture and the local way of life. Whether you're protecting your family farm, homes, vehicles, businesses, Gabby's here to help. She offers trusted, personalized insurance for farm, life, home, auto, commercial, and retirement needs at Gary Sheen's Country Financial office in Merrill. Stop by today and see why Merrill residents trust one of their own. Country Financial, here to help you experience more in Merrill.
Come on in. Hey, I'm Jason with Elevate Physical Therapy, Fitness, and Performance, and just a little bit about us. So we started in March of 2020, opened right before COVID hit. It's been a wild ride. So one of the things I'm super passionate about is this idea of being guides, or think about like a map and compass. If you think about our job as physical therapists is to take a person who's had an injury and help them kind of go from point A to point B. And everybody's journey is different. It's never a straight line. It's nice to have someone that's been there, that's walked that path before many times. And so we see it as our honor and privilege to be able to walk with patients through those little steps along the way of getting back to doing the things they love. So to get a hold of us at Elevate, you can call our number at 541-887-2030. Check out our website, elevateptfp.com, or check us out on Instagram, shoot us a message.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Final score today from Lithium Driveway Field number 6 in Medford, Oregon. The Henley Hornets defeat the Phoenix Pirates 6-0. For Henley today, 6 runs on 6 hits. They commit 1 error and they leave 4 runners on base today. For the Pirates, no runs on 2 hits, 5 errors. They leave 2 runners on base today. The winning pitcher in a complete game effort, Corbin Hamilton, 7 innings pitched, 2 hits, and 4 strikeouts. He threw 83 pitches. Sam Schultz picks up the loss today for Phoenix despite a good effort. 6 2/3 innings pitched. He allowed 6 hits and 6 runs, although just 2 of them earned. He walked 1 and struck out 2. Some offensive notables today for the Henley Hornets. Cam Carpenter finished 1 for 3 today with a run scored and a double. Carson Sims 1 for 3 today with a couple of RBI in his effort, and also a 1 for 3 day for Connor Shively. He reached base a number of times today. It wasn't an offensive explosion for Henley with 6 hits, but they got the job done, and they improved to 1-0 in conference play, and also they improve on the season to 11-2. For the Phoenix Pirates, 0-1 in conference play, 9-4 overall on the season. We'll see the Pirates again on Friday over at Rosser Field. The Pirates will take a visit over to the Klamath Basin for a 3 o'clock doubleheader to wrap up this season series. But until then, thank you so much for joining us for another edition of Henley High School Baseball. We'll see you on Friday. Hope you have a great rest of your week. So long and good night from Medford, Oregon.